Morning. All right, guys. Sorry for the late start here, but let's go ahead and get started here, guys. So again, just like to remind folks to you know don't be shy about hitting the like and subscribe button. Okay, especially if after this session you find that it's supports your understanding of the markets. Okay. If you want to follow me and want to be alerted when I do come online, then definitely hit the subscribe button, subscribe and notify button. So yeah, those are the likes and the subscribes are the lifeblood of content providers such as myself here. So don't be shy about those. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the risk disclosure here, guys. Just want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm not here in any sort of investment advisory capacity. I'm here purely to support you in an education way. Okay, we all understand um, that futures does carry a fair amount of risk, and that is not that we should be only using risk capital that we can otherwise afford to lose without compromising one's lifestyle. Okay. Again, nothing contained herein is a solicitation or offer to buy, sell futures, options, or forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results here. Okay. All right. So now that they've got the risk disclosure out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the news. Like I said before, I've kind of moved to a different platform for my news, and that is the Financial Juice. Okay, so very looks like very light in the way of news here. We got these little um, blue circles to indicate kind of like maybe some secondary information here, but we do have a couple of Fed speakers, okay, Fed Williams and Bostic, okay, 10:40 and 1 p.m. respectively today, which definitely has an impact on maybe the equities, okay. So, but really, honestly, relatively light in news today, okay. So there's not really much to speak on the news front. All right. So let's go ahead and start. Screen is black. Interesting. Okay, let's start with the the markets here. Okay. Um, let's make sure that you guys can see those. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. Looks like you can see your charts. Okay, perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with our normal markets here. We'll try to run through these in a good pace here. So let's locate the gold market. We're going to go ahead and start with gold here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with the daily. Okay, daily. We are going to expand this a bit. We're going to move this over to the right here. Okay, and basically we're going to ask ourselves a question, what is the market trying to accomplish? Okay, well, it looks like we got a little bit of a gap open down. I don't know if that's a result of rollover, okay, here, but I do see that we do have a little bit of a gap, okay, open here. I don't know if anybody knows if there is a rollover this week or not. I probably should be aware of that, but I'm not. So we don't see the charts. Really, guys? Okay, we'll do this one more time. All right. Okay. How about now? Do you guys see the charts? Frizu, are you still unable to see the charts? Okay. All right. Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of a gap down, okay, in the markets, okay. So I don't know if that's a result of rollover, but nonetheless, the market has up till now, I would say, has been kind of working its way higher, okay. Looks like we've reached maybe a level here, maybe for maybe a little bit of a retracement of some sort, okay, maybe back down to say what looks like maybe coming down to I guess the most recent level, demand level here I see is around 2374, right? 2370 in that range. Okay. But the market, for me, it feels like it's still, moving higher. Now, when you see a candle like this with little to no wicks, I mean, you pay attention. Okay. I don't know if this is news driven. I don't know what drove this kind of drop in price, but that's not a common, candle here. Okay. So let's move on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so 4-hour chart looks like we've developed a little bit of supply here. So we're going to make a note of that. We're going to make a note of 24. Let's call it. Let's call it 2477.9. Okay, 2477.9 as our 4-hour supply here. Okay. And then looks like we've actually breached for 4-hour demand here. Okay. So the next level of demand that I see here is down over, let's see, around here. Okay. So that's 2390. We're going to go ahead and update that. Okay. Because we need to capture those two numbers. I do like to understand where the 4-hour demands are. Okay. So we have 4-hour demand, we have 4-hour supply now captured. Again, we've been in this kind of bullish move, okay, but now we're starting to begin to break structure to the downside, okay. So again, if I'm looking at this from a channel point of view, I can see that we're starting to break some structure to the downside, okay, which indicates to me that we might be seeing some bearish pressure, and it's supported by volume, all right, by orders, okay. I don't know if that has anything to do with that. Okay. Yeah, definitely, Akshat. Definitely hit like, subscribe, guys. Thank you, Akshat. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're starting to see a little bit of, again, pressure to the downside. That's also indicated by our volume delta. We are breaking structure to the downside. So this is kind of the first indication, I guess, for me that, we've been in this probably pretty significant bullish move, and now we're starting to see a little bit of weakness here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. We have our initial balance drawn here. I'm going to go ahead and remove our, let's go back to the 4-hour chart to make sure I capture my text window, put that right on top here so that I don't lose it when I move to the 30-minute chart. Okay, here we are. So we're going to kind of widen this out here. All right, widen this out, and then we're going to go ahead and stretch this out here. Okay, let's just trying to kind of give you guys a good view without losing. All right, this looks relatively good. Okay, just want to make sure that we have these text levels close to us here. So the first order of business, we have our initial balance range is being developed, and it's being developed to the downside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile here. So fixed range volume profile, we have locate um, the 830 bar, okay, from Thursday, drag that across to the 430 bar. Okay, there we have it. All right, so we have a lot of pressure overnight, looks like, has come in. to the sell side. Okay. So we are well below value. All right. So we're going to start capturing some of these levels. I suspect that we've broken ADR to the downside. Sure enough, we have. Right. ASR has been broken to the downside. I suspect that our ADR level is as well going to be similarly down here. Just kind of trying to locate it here. Okay, right here. Okay. Where is it? Okay, so yeah, so broken some levels to the downside here. Okay, so indicating that we might be in a somewhat of a sustained auction lower here. Okay, so let's start capturing these levels here. Okay, so we have ADR low here at what is that? 2431.6 ADR low. So 20, yeah, 2431.6. No, 24. Is that 24? Yeah, 2431. Okay. 2431 here. Okay. Dot 6 is ADR low. Okay. All right. We had ASR here at 2455. 2455.5. That's average session low. Okay. We have value area low here at 2457. Okay. 2457, just above. Okay. 2457. Okay. 2457. Let's see. 24. Yeah. 2457.8. Okay. Is value area low. Okay, we have our point of control here somewhere in this range. Here looks like right about here. Okay, at 2467. Okay, that is our, well, just before that we have settlement price, which is 2459. Okay, 2459.9. Okay, and then we have point of control. Okay, point of control. We're going to add a line here. Looks like point of control is 2467.4 is our point of control. Okay, our value area high is coming in at 2472.3. 2472.3. Okay. And let's see, we've already, did we capture this? I think we did 2467.4. 2467.4 is this. We have 2450. Let's see, looks like we have average daily high at 24. Let's see, 2465 is our average daily high. Okay, 2465. So we're gonna value area high above. So we're gonna swap these spots. Oops. Let's see. We're gonna swap the. We got 2465. Okay, 2465. We're gonna swap this spot here. Okay, let's see if we can do that. All right. might be actually easier to type this out the way I'm going at this rate. Oh my God. Okay, let's go ahead and type this in here, guys. So we have 2465 as our okay, 2465 as our average daily range high. Okay, and then we have value area high here at 2472.5. 2472.5 is our value area high. Okay, change this here. Yes, I know. Okay. All right. We're going to get rid of this if we can. See if we can do that. Okay, good. Okay, value area high. We've already captured someplace else, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we have point of control captured. We have value area high captured. The only thing that remains is average session high. Okay, average session high. So we have 2476.6 as our average session high. Okay, and as far as for our supply here, I think we already captured that. So yeah, I think that's kind of what we're looking at here as far as the levels for gold. Okay, just going to copy this here into the charts. All right. Okay. So here we are. That's kind of what we're looking at. Okay. So let's go ahead and I guess try to understand exactly what kind of hypos we can come up with here. Okay. So a lot of lines here. So that's kind of I'm going to remove some of them. The lines were kind of helping me support to kind of arrive at our levels here. Kind of stretch this out if I can. See if I can stretch this out here a bit. Okay. All right. So what to make of this market here? Well, like I said, we seem to be in some sort of sustained auction to the downside. Okay. We have volume to support it. Okay. So the question is now is, are we so extended down to the downside that we might actually get a little bit of a rally back, Okay. So I'm kind of inclined here to, highlight and create a anchored VWAP on the top of this move here. Okay. So I'm going to put a anchored VWAP on the pivot here. Right. So I have, let's see this. What is this? We have two of them. Okay, so we have an anchored VWAP here to kind of help me guide me on when maybe I could maybe consider a move to the back to the upside. Okay, so for me, if I'm bullish, well, I have to temper my expectations. Okay, if I'm bullish, then I'm looking for moves back to VWAP, right? That would be kind of a reasonable trade, right? Say from current levels back to VWAP, all right? Because market structure indicates to me that we're looking to head lower. All right. So ADR low would be another area. EMA would also be another area to support a bearish trade. Okay. Well, if I'm bullish, well, I need to look to the left and see if I find some sort of reference level here that will support a bullish trade. So I have a line drawn down here at 2390. Okay, this was a prior level of support or prior level of resistance that turned support. So if I'm bullish, well, 2390 is probably the first place I would want to take a look. All right, and take a peek to see maybe that's going to be a level that I can kind of lean on here a little bit. Otherwise, I have to look for opportunities to the bearish side. Okay, there's nothing here market structure wise that indicates to me that we should be looking for bullish trades. Okay, The fact that we've broken some 4-hour, I guess, demand zones is significant. So we could be in somewhat of a sustained auction to the downside in this market. Okay. So let's take a peek here to see if anybody has any questions. I believe I've captured all the levels here. That taking double checking here. Uh, let's remove this here. Actually, this is not accurate. Okay, we'll just add that back. All right, this looks a little better. We got average session high, we got average daily high, average session low, average daily low. Yeah, this looks far better here. Okay, we'll do the same here. And okay. Okay, so all right, so let's go ahead and settlement. You think settlement is off? Let's look at settlement. Yeah, settlement here. Yeah, settlement does look a bit off. Yeah, 2456.2. 2456.2 is indeed incorrect. So we'll modify that. Okay. I think everything else is in order. All right. Okay. So don't see any questions. Like I said, gold looks like a market that we should be looking for bearish trades. If we are looking bullish, then we have to temper expectations that maybe all we can muster is to get back to value VWAP, I should say. Okay. Okay, VWAP would be kind of my target destinations. Now, if we start to get above VWAP and above, this area here at 24,430, then maybe I'll start to change my tune. But if for now, my expectations that my bullish trade should be tempered, that I should be looking, if anything, to be aligned with momentum, I should be looking at bearish opportunities in this market. Okay. All right, so let's do this and let's do this and let's locate the crude oil market. Okay, so we'll go ahead and load crude oil. Okay, we're going to open up the crude oil market here, and this the one in the middle. Okay, let's see if I can locate my bars. Here they are. Okay, so nice clean chart, which I like. To start with, and then I can always add my lines here. Okay, so it looks like we've already gotten the start of the session here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and capture, look at the daily. All right, so what is the daily trying to accomplish here? So let's remove some of these lines here. Remove all drawings. Okay, so what is the market trying to accomplish? Okay, well, if I look from left to right, the market is trying to head higher. Okay, now we did break some structure. Okay, but it turns out that it might have been just merely a retracement of sorts, right? So we have a relatively good swing to the upside. Okay, good swing to the upside, and now we've come into a little bit of a retracement, right? For those Elliott wave folks, have a kind of, this looks like a little bit of an ABC, right? ABC kind of pattern here. Okay, if you're an Elliott wave practitioner, okay. No CL chart. What is going on? Okay, this again. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, here we go. All right. So we are in this kind of bullish swing. Okay, as I mentioned, this looks a little bit like a little bit of a retracement. Okay, right. Hopefully you guys can see the chart now. Yeah, as I switch charts, I don't know why it's not capturing, but hopefully it is visible now. Okay. So here we are. We seem to be in a bullish swing. All right, with a little bit of a retracement. So the market is trying to head higher here. Okay. So 4-hour chart. Okay. 4-hour chart. We're going to turn off initial balance here, and we're going to keep things turned off here because I do prefer that, because it allows me to look at the markets in a much more consistent way here. Okay. So the market, we do have a swing higher. It looks like on the 4-hour chart, it looks like it's been kind of in a range here from, say, 82 down to a low of 79.50. Now, like as I mentioned, we have this kind of impulse move to the upside, and then this looks like maybe that we might be in a little bit of a retracement, but we have not made any new highs here, right? Right? We haven't broken above of 82. And if we can't break above 82, well, what's the next logical destination for this move? Well, probably back down to closer to 80, 79, 50. That's kind of what I'm looking at, right? We have a developing bearish engulfing candle, right? We're still, I would say, very much in control here by this swing, okay? But if we start breaking like 80, 50, okay, then we might be coming down to these levels down below, right? So I'm going to identify this level as a level of demand, okay? Why am I establishing that? Well, look at this candle. How much more demand do you need to see? Okay, if this is not an initiative move to the upside, I don't know what is. Okay, so this area right here around the 80 level, okay, is a level of interest for me. Okay, this area is an interest 80 around, yeah, around basically 80 is a level of interest. Okay, now I've already seen some rejection here on the upside, right? So this area up above, okay, around this 82 level, okay, this is resistant, okay. So this is some sort of supply zone, okay. This area is supply zone, and we've been in between, okay. So let's go ahead and start to capture some of these levels, okay. So we have 80 as our 4-hour supply, okay. And then we're going to go ahead and move to the 30-minute chart here in a second. And then we have 82 as our 4-hour supply, and then we have 80 as our 4-hour demand. May have said supply, I meant to say demand. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, that's 15. Let's look at the 30. Okay, and then we're going to start introducing these things one at a time here. Okay, so we have our initial balance. Okay, it's being established. We're going to go ahead and open up our ADR zones. All right, so we have ADR high, ADR low. We're going to go ahead and open up was it ASR here. Second, that's just under. So we're going to keep that off for a minute. Okay. So, and then we're going to go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile here. All right. We're going to locate our 6 o'clock bar from Thursday. Okay. There it is. We're going to highlight that and drag that across here to our 4:30 bar. There it is. Okay, so looks like we opened just inside value, but then we immediately rallied out the outside of it. Okay, so we broke down to the downside. Okay, so let's start capturing these levels here. So let's add our text window. We'll put ADR high here, ADR high here at 81.64. Okay, 81.64. We have just below that, or actually just above it, we have our value area high here. Okay, so let's capture that. So value area high here is at 81.79. So we're going to go ahead and capture that. Value, let's say 81. Actually, you know what? We'll do it in a different way here. Put that out here. Okay. We'll call out the number and then we'll put the text. Okay. So 81, what was that? 81.80. 81.80 is value area high. Okay. Okay. We've already acknowledged that 82 looks like a 4-hour supply. Okay. Okay. And then we're just going to work our way down here. So we have the point of control here at 81.61. Okay. Point of control. Okay. 81.61 is point of control. Okay. And then let's see, just kind of working our way down here. We have value area low here. All right, we have value area low here at 8106. 8106 is our value area low, but we probably have settlement here somewhere. So let's see if we can find our settlement window. All right, so we have settlement here at looks like 8130. Okay, 8130 is our settlement. Okay, price. Okay, and then we have, as I mentioned before, this value area low at 8106, value area low. Okay, just kind of working our way down here. Okay, so we have our ADR low here at 8012. Okay, 8012 is our ADR low. Okay, we probably need to add our ASR here in a minute. Okay, so we have ADR low, and then we have our 4-hour demand. I think we put at 80. Okay, 80 at 4-hour as our 4-hour demand. Okay, so let's see if we can pick up the ASR zones, and then we'll talk through our scenarios. So let's go ahead and add our. So we have 8129. Okay, as our ASR high. 8129 as our ASR high. Okay, and then we have looks like 8014. Okay, 8014 as our average session range low. Okay, we have average session range, average session range high. Okay, all right, I think that pretty much captures everything. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and copy this and add it to this. Okay, all right, let's see what else. Okay, let's talk through some scenarios here. Okay, so looking at this market, let's see if I can move this away here for a second. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but let's move this away here a little bit down to this corner. So what to make of this market? Well, we got our little peak below value. All right, and the question is, can we close below it? If we can close below it, that might be an initiative action, okay, to kind of maybe take us back down to 8014. All right, I see that as kind of a natural destination. But before we can do that, we have to get through 8054 here. Okay, if we can get below 8054, then 8014 seems to be in the cards. Okay, right now we seem to be stuck between settlement price and this, I guess, 30-minute demand here. Okay, this is looking like a demand zone here a little bit. Okay, right, I'm seeing some reaction away from it. Okay, this was a consolidation area before, right? We've gotten a push away from it. Now we're right back at it, and it's been a bit responsive. Okay, now if we do get below it, then we open up the door for a move down to 8054 or 8014. Sorry, okay, 8014. But this feels okay right now that we are kind of in a bit of a range. All right. So I want to see some sort of initiative price action. Okay. Initiative price action that will tell me what direction they want to take this market. Okay, let's remove this. They want to take this market. Okay. So I'm working with some other indicators, guys. So in any case, the idea here is that, right, for now, I would say that the bears, I would say, is the bearish trade is a trade of choice. I'm going to see if I can find, is it here? There it is. Okay. So there's my VWAP. So my VWAP is being breached as we speak as well. So here we are, looking potentially for a bearish trade in crude oil. All right. The next logical location for me to look for a buy would probably be down in this ASR level. Okay. And maybe this 4-hour demand, right, at 70, 79, 95, 80 range. Okay. So that would be my buy zone. That would be the area that I would be interested in entertaining a buy, but I need price action to support it. Okay. Taking a peek here to see if there's any questions. I don't see them. So we're going to go ahead and move into the equity markets. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save this and move on to the equities. Okay, so we're going to look at the NASDAQ. All right, and see what we can make of the NASDAQ. All right. Again, I'm going to turn off these things because they do help me kind of gauge the markets without all the clutter. Okay. All right. So here we have some levels. Okay. We're going to go ahead and start with the daily. All right. Daily here. And I lost everything. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. Here we are. Okay, much better. Okay, all right. So, as I mentioned before, the market has been headed higher, but we are starting to see that we had broken some structure to the upside, right? We had drawn this yesterday. I'll draw it in again. All right, we were kind of in this channel and we've broken below it. Now we've kind of seemed to have found some support here at 19,782.50. We're starting to see some rejection wicks. We are unable to close below it. So maybe we are getting some buyers potentially nibbling here at these levels here. Okay. So market, like I said, broke to the downside. Unless it gets back inside this channel, I have to kind of lean a bit to the bearish side. Okay. If I start to get price action or pricing to come back inside this area that I've identified as bullish, then we may be restoring our bullish move to the upside. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the 4-hour chart and see what that has to say. We're right up against this EMA level. All right. So this EMA level, as you guys know, I use this kind of a litmus test, right? My litmus test is if it's bullish above the EMA. All right. This is a 233-day EMA, right? If it's above it, then I'm bullish. If it's below it, I'm bearish. Well, look at how we're getting some wicks, right? So there is some interest at these levels. Somebody is saying, you know what, this 19,911.50 seems to be a pretty good price in the Nasdaq. I might go out to the store and pick me up some. Okay. So it kind of developing a little bit of a double bottom, right? We did get a rejection away from the channel, so that's something to make note of. But if we do get below, right, this EMA level, then this would be a level of that we would consider maybe that we kind of restoring this bearish move to the downside. Okay. So where is my next demand level, right? Well, my next demand level in this market seems to be down below here. Okay. So this next demand level seems to be, yeah, so previous extremes. I agree. So we have 19,123 as my next logical demand level in this market. Okay. On the 4-hour chart. Okay. What is my supply? Well, let's take a look where it's been rejected last. Well, 20,808.25. That seems to be a logical level for what I'm seeing as far as the supply zone on the 4-hour chart. Okay. I'd like to capture those zones because those zones give me logical locations to potentially buy and sell. Okay. Right. Yeah. The location of the open is going to be critical. I agree. All right. Okay. So again, 4-hour chart, I guess we're developing a little bit of bearish structure. Okay. I have to admit, right? We're making lower highs and lower lows. Okay. If we manage to get above, say, 20,086.50 or 20,000, let's say 159, then my opinion might change. Okay. But for now, we seem to be still in bearish market structure. All right. So let's go ahead and open up the 30-minute chart. Okay. Because I am coming close on the open here of the equities. Let's go back and open up 4 hours and see if I can grab my little, where is my, I always am losing my text window, my text box. It seems to want to hide. I don't know why. All right, let's see. We'll go ahead and move to the 30-minute chart and hopefully that stays somewhere. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. All right. We're gonna stretch this out, guys. I know it's small, and I'm trying to navigate keeping this visible as well as giving us proper context on the charts here. So I'm kind of battling the text window and the charts here. So bear with me. I'll try to expand this in a level that is visible both to me and you. Okay. All right, here we go. Starting to get better, better. All right, here we go. All right. So what do we make of this market? Well, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to do a fixed range volume profile. We're going to locate the 9 o'clock bar. We're going to drag that across to 9 o'clock bar. Sorry, it needs to be dragged out a bit further back. Okay, right about there. So 9:30 to 4:30. Okay, here we are. So where is price? Well, price right now is inside value, but let's start calling out some of these levels here. Okay, shall we? Let's first open up. Let's see, locate ADR here. Okay, so ADR, we're going to go ahead and open that up. Okay, so that's our ADR zones. That's also right around the bottom end of the channel. All right, so we have ADR high here at 20,117.75. 20,000, wow, 20,117.75. Okay, we've already identified 20,000, what, 808, I guess, 808 as a supply area, 808 as a 4-hour supply zone. Okay. 20,117.75 is an average daily range zone. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up ASR here. We're going to capture that here if we can. Right about here. We'll capture the average session range. Where did it go? Did I open it? I did not. Okay. There's our average session range. Okay, so it looks like we are coming into a high here. So 19,918. Okay, 19,918 is our average session range high. Okay, we have value area high here coming in at 19,953. Okay, 19,953 average. Okay, so we have average daily range high. We've already captured, I believe. Average session range high. We've also captured here at what is that? 0.00. Okay, and let's see what else. We want to capture value area high. That was 19,953. So that's going to come below here. 19,953. 19,953.00 is our value area high. Okay. Looks like we haven't turned on settlement price, so we'll go ahead and turn on that. So settlement is right here. So settlement is right at this. What is that? 19,997. 19,997 is our settlement price. No, it's not 997. 890. It's our settlement price is 899. 19,899. Okay, so just below average high here. 19,899.25 is our settlement. Okay, price. All right, we're just kind of working our way down here, guys. So settlement price, and then we have point of control. Point of control here, just below settlement at see, what is that level? Point of control looks like it's at 19,825.50. 19,825.50 is our point of control. Okay, and then we have basically ADR low and at 19,790. 19,000 value area, 19,790 is our value area low. Okay, value area low, and that's also our, looks like we're just above it maybe, but 19,793 is our average. 19,793 is our average daily range low. Okay, we got, this goes away. We don't have this anymore. Settlement, we've already covered. Value area low, we've already covered. Okay. This over here should go away as well, I think. And these are all covered above. The only thing that we're missing is our average session range low, and that's coming in at 19,675, 50. Okay. All right. And then we do this here. All right. Let's see. Did I capture everything? We are currently reacting away from this. So let's see here. I think that 19,675. Let's see if we can find our 4-hour demand. I have 4-hour demand here at 19,123, well below the market. Okay. And 4,000. Okay, perfect. That's our 4-hour demand here. So we're getting some reaction off of ASR at the moment. Okay, so that could also offer us a nice bearish trade for our demand. Let's capture this, and then we can focus our attention on some hypos. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I think, let's see. I think I've captured everything from a reference level. Let's go ahead and focus on our hypos here. Okay. So we are coming in. We are coming in at into a level here that could provide us a good location for a reversal. Okay. Good location for a potential reversal in price. Okay. So we are getting some reaction off of ASR. We are up against the value area high. So this could provide us a good opportunity for a short, okay, to the downside. Okay. It's kind of what I'm seeing here in the NASDAQ. Actually, a relatively nice, potentially nice opportunity, right? That could take us back down to ADR. If this candle manages to close the way it's closing right now on the open, then I can honestly say that we are headed lower, right? We have some pressure here to the sell side. Okay, if this candle manages to close in its current form, right? This is like a mini demand. Okay, so we do need to close below this candle in order to see that hypo play out. If I'm bullish in the market, well, I need to look at some of these lower lows here, right? So I need to look at 19,675. That's one of my ASR zones. I need to look at 19,800 or 796 as another area where I can potentially manage my risk and support along. But right now, I would say that I would have to err on the side of bear. Okay, we've come into a sell zone, supply zone, average session range zone. Okay, high zone. So yeah, I would say that the bearish opportunities far outweigh at this point the bullish opportunities. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing on the chart here. Okay, just kind of making sure this is all nice and centered. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for the NASDAQ. So let's close out this, not close out. Well, let's close out our review of the equities. All right, with a review of the ES here. Okay, so the nice thing is I've already captured my levels. Okay, so that I don't have to cover that with you guys. All right, I can go ahead and add those here. All right, so you'll have them. Okay, we're also seeing some reaction away from this ASR zone, right? average session range. Okay, so let's see if we can move this over to the right, please. Oh, geez. Okay, come on out. All right, here we are. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick peek at the daily. All right, quick peek at the daily. Again, similar kind of thing, similar kind of story that we've been discussing on the NASDAQ, right? We're starting to see some structure that's leading us to believe that we could be heading lower in this market, right? We're starting to break some structure here to the downside. We've broken structure here. We are challenging structure here. Now we could be coming into an area, like I said before, it could be coming into an area where we could get some buying. If we get below, in this case, we get below, say 59, 55.29, then that would kind of further validate that we are headed lower. Okay, so 55.30, 55.29 would be an area here that would be a validation for me that we are potentially heading lower in this market based on the daily. All right, for our chart, similar kind of story. We're starting to see some structure here that leads us to believe that we could be headed lower in this market. Okay, so we have some lower highs and lower lows, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So, we're starting to see some structure that could lead us to believe that there's some downside pressure in this market here. Okay. All right. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. So we're going to expand this. Okay. Expand, 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 expand. All right. And still not lose my levels. All right. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So what's the first thing, order of business? Well, we're going to go ahead and open up our volume profile here. So we're going to chart that out. We're going to locate our 930 bar, drag that to our 430 bar, and there it be. Okay. So we are in range. Okay. I believe I can't recall exactly where we fell on the NASDAQ front, but we are in range in the S&P. All right. So right now we're relatively in balance. So we could expect maybe potentially range behavior. Market has already opened. So I'm going to go ahead and open up our initial balance. All right. That's going to be important for me to kind of, so we're in balance. Now the question is, are we going to remain in balance in the initial, with the initial balance range? Okay. We're obviously well over or close to an hour away from that, getting that established. All right. So I've already kind of captured our average daily range levels and our average daily low levels here. So what are some hypos? Well, let's go ahead and turn on average daily range. If I can locate it here amongst the sea of, okay. So we have had already some reaction away from ADR low. Okay. We had some reaction from ADR low, but it was quelled, right? We could not get back above 56.05, or let's call it 56.10. Okay, we were not able to get it back above 56.10. All right, so there is a little bit of a I don't know. I'm going to call this a supply zone. All right. This level right here, right around this level, is a little bit of a supply zone that's been established. Okay. Could not get above it. 56.10. All right. So until further notice, I'm fading 56.10. Okay. And on the demand side, well, I have my demand level, and I also have my value area low, right? So this level here at 55.82.50, maybe as low as 55.66. So I misspoke earlier. 55, I would say 55.75 and 55.66. This might be a buy zone, this area right here. This is average daily range. Now, if we manage to break this relatively early in the session, we could be, again, similar to what we were saying in the NASDAQ, we could be in a move lower, okay? Right? we could be in somewhat of a sustained auction to the downside, because we are technically in kind of bearish structure here, right? Bulls have had a hard time making any sort of headway. We're kind of staircasing our way down. Okay. So coming into the market, I have to err on the side of the bulls. I mean, bears. Okay. We are coming into an area of demand. All right. We're starting to see here, but it looks very much like in range here. Okay. We are in value here. So I don't want to participate in anything inside here. Okay. I'm just going to be frustrated. I'm not going to be happy with the moves, yada, yada, yada. Okay. I need to focus on the extremes. I need to be up at value area high. I need to be down at value area low. All right. That's where I'd like to do some business. I need to be at the edges. I do not want to be in the middles. The middles are going to frustrate you. The middles are not going to make any headway in any direction. You are in just a big tug of war. Avoid this area at all costs. Okay. Wait for price to make a move outside this area or outside this area, and then participate. Do not participate in the middles of the middles. Okay. That's my best advice I can give you. All right. Let's see. So right now, for the ES, I'm going to have to be patient. I'm going to have to wait for the market to provide me something that would indicate what direction it wants to take. Right now, especially on this market here, I'm going to be sitting on my hands. I can't recall exactly what the Nasdaq had from a value perspective, but right now I'm not really super inclined to participate here, even though we are getting a reaction here. This is not quite the levels that I normally look at. I'm gonna go ahead and open up. Let's see. All right, so we are, again, similar to what we were seeing. We are seeing some reaction off of ASR. I just don't like the location at the moment to participate. I think I need to see a break of value area low, a break of initial balance low, to really think about maybe participating in any sort of move to the bearish side. Okay, so that's kind of what I have for the S&P, guys. If there's no questions here, I'm gonna quickly run through platinum and RBOB for those that remain, and close out this session. Right now, like I said, I think overall for the equities, I would say that we probably need to lean on the side of bearish. Okay, look for bearish opportunities at good reference locations, at good price levels. That's going to be the mode of operandi, or mode of that I'm going to approach as I head into the market here. Okay. Let's go ahead and close out this session with a review of our somewhat lesser markets, platinum and RBOB, and we'll close out today's session. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start with the daily. Ask ourselves the same set of questions. I'm going to turn off some of these levels, so that gives me kind of a good, high level view of what the market is trying to accomplish here. There's tech issues all around the world. Okay. Something to keep in mind today for trading. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so need to be careful, and maybe the data suppliers are having some sort of issues. Okay. So what's platinum trying to do here? Okay, well, if I start from the left, it looks like, from at least from here to here, it's trying to make higher highs and higher lows, right? Now, in order to maintain this structure, I need a higher high. Well, what did I get? I got a lower low. So, am I in a bullish market? Well, if I'm going to restore this bullish tint, I need a higher high. And so far, every attempt at going higher has been rejected. Okay. So look, the platinum on the daily is looking a bit bearish. Okay. So moving to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is going to go ahead and close this off here. All right. 4-hour chart, similarly looking a bit bearish. We've broken some structure to the downside. We've now come into a 4-hour supply zone that's looking maybe potentially for a opportunity to reverse this market. We're getting some reaction. We're getting some volume to support it as well, right? So market is relatively bearish, coming into a 4-hour demand zone that could offer us some opportunities to the upside. Okay. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Here we have, again, a series of bullish candles being established here in the platinum. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up my fixed range volume profile here. We're going to locate the, let's see, the 830 candle here, drag that across to this. Okay, so where are we? Okay, well, looks like we're in the midst of a potential value area acceptance play in the platinum. All right, so if we do manage to get price to close back inside this area, we could potentially see a full rotation through value, which would make for a very nice trade in the platinum. All right, but we need, our first hurdle is to get above 980. Okay, if we do manage to get above 980, that'll take us into this range. Maybe also I would add to that list 982. Okay, if we get through that zone, then we have a reasonable chance to get through value here. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our ADRs. Okay, we have our ADR zones here, so let's start capturing some levels. Okay, so we have ADR high here at let's call it 995.2. Okay, 995.2 is my ADR high. ADR low is 967.1. 967.1. Okay, and let's see, point of control is coming in at, let's draw a line here, a horizontal line that's going to help me identify this level. All right, so this point of control, we're going to go ahead and highlight it in red. Point of control is 988. Okay, 988 is POC is 988. 988. Okay, point of control 988. Okay, 988 is our point of control. Our value area low is right here. Okay, and I'm not going to turn that in red. I'm going to make that blue. Okay, we have point of control here at 978.3. Okay, not point of control, but value area low. Okay, so our val is 978.3. Okay, our value area high is we'll call it 998. Okay, so 998 is our value area high. Value area high, okay, is our 998 is our value area high. Okay, all right. What am I missing? Average session range. So let's go ahead and open that up. Average session. Okay, so our average session range, we have 988. So I'm going to add this here. So our average session range is 988.3, and our average session range low is 962.6. 962, yeah, 62.6. Not 5, but 6. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I'm looking at level wise in this platinum market. So like I said, if we manage to get a close back inside this, we have a reasonable chance to get up to point of control, ADR, ASR high, and maybe through a full rotation of this market, which would make for a very nice trade. Okay, in the platinum market. All right. Okay. So that's kind of what I have for platinum. All right. Last market I'm going to take a look at is going to be RBOB. Okay, RBOB, and we're going to go ahead and close out the session. So we're going to say the daily. We're going to look at the daily. What is the daily trying to tell us? What is the daily trying to do? Okay, we're going to turn off some of these levels here. Well, what is the daily? Well, we're below the EMA, so I have to think bearish. Okay, in the market, right? We are kind of staircasing our way down. We did take a peek above. We did break some structure above, but it's been met with some sellers. So on the daily chart, I'm thinking more along the lines of bearish in this market. Okay, on the RBOB. Okay, Looking at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, we are again developing a bearish engulfing candle below EMA with some structure to the downside. So 4-hour is equally as bearish. 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart, we have a very strong Maribozu candle coming off of EMA. Okay, getting some reaction at this 4-hour 30-minute demand zone. We'll go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile here. And let's see, we can locate the Thursday. Yes, that's so we're talking RBOB. So we'll go at 9 o'clock all the way to 4:30. So we did break value to the downside. Okay, if we do not manage to come back inside value, then again, we are looking like we want to head lower in this market. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up ADR here and start capturing our levels. So we have ADR high here. So ADR high here at coming in at what price? $2.49.27. Okay, we have ADR low here at what is it? 245.23. 245.23. Okay, we have settlement. Let's say we can add settlement. Settlement is here somewhere. Settlement price. Go ahead and open up that. So it's coming in at 247.80. Okay, that settlement. Our value area high. Is 248.21. Okay, somewhere in between. 248 to the value area high is coming in at 248.21. Okay, and let's see. Okay. Value area low is coming in at 246.21. Okay, 246.21 is our value area low. 246.21. Okay, all right. So those are our levels. Again, what would be some hypos that we can maybe entertain? Well, we already talked about the potential of it looks like a failed auction trade. Okay, we have price that has exceeded to the downside and now has potentially thinking about potentially a reversal. Okay, I'm going to look at this on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so I've gotten a candle here that's looking to close back inside this area. If I do get that close back inside value, then I potentially have a failed auction trade in the RBOB, right, which could take me all the way to the top of the value area range. Okay, this is more like a value area acceptance, I guess you can think of it that way. I'm going to go ahead and draw in my where is my initial balance? We're going to put that in. So yeah, so we had an edge of balance. We're having that edge of value. Yeah, this is looking like a relatively nice initial balance or a value area high, a value area acceptance play. We had a move down, got to the edge of initial balance, and now looking to potentially reverse here. Okay, back through maybe to the top of the balance range. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at here. And I'm just going to bring this across here so everybody sees these levels. That's kind of look at what I'm seeing on the RBOB. So there's bullish trades up here. I would say that the focus should probably be placed on these ranges, right? We can play these ranges, sell the tops, buy the bottoms. That's kind of what I'm seeing in this market. All right. So with that said, guys, for those who remain, I would encourage you guys. This is we don't want Fridays to be a give back Friday. Okay, we want to maintain our profits that we've kind of earned over the week. So we want to be it's sort of more like capital preservation Friday. So again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. I will be in for those still around. I will be in Power Hour today, so you can see me in Top Step TV. I will be there, but there is no group coaching this afternoon. All right, we'll pick up group coaching on Monday. All right, guys, have an excellent day. Again, trade well, trade safe, trade like a market pro, be a market trader. Have a good one, guys. Thank you, Sapadia.